I could not get a work visa at the time in Montreal, and I didn't know what I was going to do. I was familiar with Miami, Florida because I'd spent my off seasons there training on the beach in the sand and then lifting weights, and I would prepare myself for every professional season. But living there is a whole different ballgame. I quickly realized the job I went down there for wasn't for me, and I had a background in training. I had trained some athletes on my team in Montreal. I had trained people privately, and I was obsessed with healing my body and making sure I had a better quality of life. And I felt like I wanted to give that to others. And at the time, I was training at a corporate gym. The personal training manager wanted me to work there. And I thought about it and realized like that's something I really wanted to do. So I started working at a corporate wellness facility. But it was a very challenging time because I went from playing professional football at the highest level to, being a ramping trainer in a gym that no one knew me, and I had no reputation, no clients, no client roster, and I was being treated like a beginning trainer, which was very humbling to say the least. But I did know that I had to check my ego and say, if you really want to do this, it's not going to be much different from anything else you've ever done. You have to, do whatever's required. And when they ask you to do it with enthusiasm and do it better than anyone else. And that's exactly what I did.
Less than 1% of the people who would do what he did there in terms of, okay, you want me to wash the floor? I'll do it. I'm going to wash it better than anybody that ever washed the floor in the history of the earth.
His hours are insane, and I'm like, wow, he's really like working 12, 13-hour shifts and taking free clients in the very beginning. Like he really had to work his way from the very bottom all the way up to the top.
It's not going to be easy. Nothing in your life has ever been easy, so you just have to stay in it and commit to putting in as much time as possible. And after several months, it started to turn.
When he walked in the gym, it was like head down, and it was from A to B. There was no time in between. There was no wasting time. You didn't catch him on the phone, like just messing around during downtime. There was no downtime. He was in and out.
Mark's work ethic is, it's like I've never seen anything like it.
I had a different trainer. I had a couple of different trainers during that period of time, and who were good guys, but they weren't Mark.
I've had 30 trainers probably. He's like the best trainer I've ever had. And it's because he sets the standard of excellence.
Mark, first of all, doesn't let me get away with anything. Now, I don't know how he is with everybody else. I think it depends on what you can take. So he adapts.
He's kind of crazy. He's a warrior.
I would walk in there and he'd be training arguably the top baseball player who ever lived, Alex Rodriguez.
People were talking about how he was training A-Rod, and he had been on the fitness magazines, and so he was kind of a big deal.
His will to succeed, he's like unstoppable.
His drive and persistence I was so amazed by, because every day he was, in there at 4 a.m. and working on himself and then taking his clients 5 a.m. and on.
It was just something that I enjoyed so much, and it was really rewarding for me because I was helping people, because I was trying to improve my quality of life through better living, health, and wellness, and now I could pass it on to them and get them on course.